After listening to my very first Kinks track, which was You Really Got Me, I made a observation that pre-65 or even 66 music was a lot more simpler. Specifically the lyrics, the lyrical content was much more vanilla. It was made to be more acceptable by the radio and by the mainstream. But I was then informed that apparently the Kinks actually were a very rebellious group and had lots of kind of saucy content, much more in the grey area. And this was one of the tracks that I was suggested. So here we go. I really did like what I heard at first. I thought there was a lot of potential there with the initial track I heard. It sounded like almost like proto-punk in a sense to me. So here we go. Let's check this one out. Hope you guys enjoy. This is Lola by the Kinks. Here we go.
I met her in a club down in Old Soho, where you drink champagne and it tastes like Coca-Cola, C-O-L-A, Cola. She walked up to me and she asked me to dance. I asked her her name and in a dark brown voice she said Lola, L-O-L-A, Lola, 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 Lola.
Okay, I mean, initially it seems like quite a sweet track romantically. Even the melodies he's chosen is quite sweet. It's very, very catchy. I love this bit here. La 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 la. That bit was cool. But this section here, I wonder what he's kind of referring to here. I thought he was trying to make a cocaine joke here. Is that what he's trying to get at? Especially talking about Old Soho. That's where like people used to go party and coke it up, right? Okay, I am not Sherlock Holmes if I'm to take after the lyrics here. I'm no Sherlock Holmes, but he seems to be painting a picture about the young lady he is with. But when she squeezed me tight, she nearly broke my spine. Well, I'm not dumb, but I can understand why she walks like a woman and talks like a man. Okay, okay. I'm pretty sure this has been written in like a kind of a tongue-in-cheek way. This is possibly a real story. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe inspired by real life events. But it seems like he is with a transsexual person, right? This is what's going on here. This is one of the most hilarious parts of the track. I mean, at least I find it funny. She picked me up and sat me on her knee. She said, "Little boy, won't you come home with me?" And the way he paints himself as well, I think is quite funny because it's so self-deprecating. He's like, well, I'm not the world's most passionate guy. But when I looked in her eyes, really witty lyrics. I mean, a total turn on what I thought the Kinks were. So awesome, awesome lyrically. Really sharp satirical track. Awesome writing, man. wow, I really like the kind of the vibe or the way that they've presented this story. Cheeky, funny, but also with a great point to it. And I think really ahead of its time as well. This kind of switch up that he did, the idea that this is maybe what some girls would go through right normally, but here he is with this person, someone who is transsexual, and it seems like the roles are reversed, where the woman in this situation is the pushy one, where he's almost tried to run away. Right, I pushed her away, I walked to the door, I fell to the floor, I got down on my knees while I looked at her and she at me, and then eventually they seem to be actually quite fond of each other. Okay, really liked that track, especially the lyrics. So two things to say about this. One, it's obviously light years ahead of its time. The idea that this was a 1970s track, and especially the fact that they kind of masked what is a track that is actually got something to say, I feel like, in this really sweet melody and sweet style in the beginning. And then the idea of this fantastic chorus, which kind of changes its meaning over time, right? Especially in the beginning, you're thinking this is about meeting a lady at a club and kind of falling in love. That's the scene that was set. And then obviously you have this whole middle bit that takes part. And then eventually him kind of accepting the fact that Lola is who she is, or who she is, and he's still in love with her. And some of the lines really killed me, man. Especially the self-deprecating part of this. Well, I'm not the world's most masculine man, but I know what I am and I'm glad I'm a man. Very ahead of his time. This lyrically fits into like 2023 for sure. And then secondly, musically, it was fantastic. It was fantastic, especially like the piano parts that were part of it that might have been missed. I've spoken about the lyrics a lot, but it was fantastic musically, really catchy, great guitar parts. It also had a kind of strong ending section to it. It built up to a climax at the end, which was fantastic. It helped with the story. Awesome track. Great recommendation from the comments. So I'll catch you guys on the next one.